to wait. You're supposed to wait. There's a male nurse at the job. When I run into him on Sundays, and one day I took the key from the nurse, he pulled me to the side. He was like, make sure you do rounds before you take those keys. Don't watch nobody's face. Don't care if anybody's upset. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Bet Loves Love here. Let me tell y'all something. All of y'all that was on my short talking about you rude, you this, you that, do you even like your job, blah 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 blah, this, that, and the third. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my short, and thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. You know, from the short, it may look like I actually have that temperament when it comes to working, because it is a feeling that I do feel. You know, it's like I just got onto the unit. Give me 1 second. Let me take off my coat. Let me put my bag down. Let me grab a pen. Let me come to you and say that I'm ready. Because technically, as a licensed practical nurse, before you take keys, and I don't know how it is in hospitals, but in nursing home, because 5 years, that's what I've been doing. Technically, as you come onto the unit, they're supposed to be waiting for you to do rounds. You're supposed to do rounds and check that everybody's in the building, check that everybody's okay, check that everybody's breathing and nobody's unalive. So therefore, you coming up on me like that, like, you know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's like, she wants to go home too. I know she wants to go home too. That's why a prudent nurse will come on time. But then again, allow the prudent nurse to do what she needs to do. Because now I feel rushed. Now I feel like there's some kind of animosity in the air. Now, because I'm doing my job, I'm feeling some type of way. And I don't like that. You feel me? So that's probably why you've seen so much attitude in that short, because it's an emotion. You know, it's emotion that is very, 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 very felt in the nursing home, as I've been, you know, doing this job for the past 5 years. You know, and exactly that day it happened to me too, because I was just like, I just came onto the unit. I didn't even walk into the room to put my bag down yet, and she's already on me, and I'm just like, my girl, like, I didn't even take my earbuds out. Like, what are you doing at this moment? You feel me? So it's not on me. You know, it's the staff. It's people feeling like they could do whatever they do to other people, but some other people is just not built that way. I'm not built that way. I'm supposed to come onto this unit, look at the patients, because I hardly come to work as is. I need to go look at the patients and find out what's going on. You don't give me a chance to do that because you're running out the door already. Like, pump thy brakes. So that was the inspiration of that short. Also, the second one that I made, where I'm talking about the patient wanting their narcotics on a regular basis. So in nursing, they teach you about pain management. And me personally, as a nurse, as a prudent nurse and a nurse with an opinion, and wanting patients to actually get better, seeing patients constantly ask for their narcotic, knowing that it's a drug, they could get addicted to it, cause constipation, cause all types of things, it makes me feel some type of way, because then again, I'm not doing my job. You know, like, there's other ways that you can get past the pain, but you know, a lot of patients are kind of lazy and they don't want to do anything else besides the quick fix, right? So, which brings me to the larger purpose of this video, which is how I feel about nursing after my 5th year anniversary in October, and where the longevity of this channel is going to be going, like where this channel is about to start going. Because to be honest with you, I have another idea for this channel, but I'm still holding on to something that actually feels like it's evaporating from me personally. Like, nursing is one of those things that's like, you did it, you done it, you got it, I'm proud of you. Like, you know, you did it, you made it, you know what I mean? After being told by my own mother that I couldn't do it, and I did it, and I realized what it is, and it's not resonating with me. It's not resonating with what God has told me in my life. It's not resonating, you feel me? So therefore, it's like, I personally have come to this like real standstill point, because I went from working 5 days a week to like working once to 3 times a month. And it's not on to brag or anything like that, but it's just to understand that, like, yo, you know, money can be made, but that's not my motive. That never been my motive. My motive is always to be like, how can I help people? How can I make people feel better? How can I actually, become somebody in nursing, because that's what my actual goal was. So therefore it's like I feel like God is starting to like pull me out, because there's certain things that I need to pay attention to outside of just being bedside. Like I said, there was an idea to do pediatric nursing. If you go through my shorts, I talk about that, and that's something that I am embarking on as well right now, because I actually want to see nursing from a different perspective. How many minutes? I've been talking for 5 minutes. Okay. I actually want to see nursing from a different perspective, and I've been on the terminal and now I'm like, I want to see something different. You know what I mean? I want to learn something different if I'm continuing this career. But then there's an overall feeling that's like, I don't want to be in charge of anybody's life like that, like I don't want to be checking your oxygen. Like, I don't want to be doing stuff like that, like doing it because I have to, and doing it and I don't really want to is like, it's two different battles, you know what I mean? So as time has been, by the grace of God, I've been covered, but by the grace of God, like I haven't gotten into any problems or anything like that, but because I'm still holding on to it. When you hold on to certain things and it's like problems, you know what I mean? It causes problems because you're holding on to it. You knew you should have let go. I don't want none of that. You know what I mean? So as I wean off completely, it's like, I see different things in my future when it comes to nursing. And I believe for nursing and nurses, it's one of those, it's a hard thing to let go of. Why? Because it's easy money. You can make money, you can work, and you could go to sleep for 4 hours and come right back to work because they're short staffed, and you could get all the money that you need. Like, and for me personally, that's just not my vibe. That's never been my vibe as a worker. And even being a worker, it sounds bogus to me as well. Like the whole going to work thing just sounds so bananas to me. But that's just me. You feel me? That's just me. That's just who I am. That's how my mind is set up. That's me, So don't be upset with me because you see me with a little snotty attitude in my shorts. It's my platform. So therefore, this is an emotion. This is an emotion that I have expressed. And I know many other nurses have probably gone through the same thing as well, where they feel like, okay, staff is just bullying them into not doing what is supposed to be properly done at work because people want to run out of work. No, you're supposed to wait. There's a male nurse at the job. When I run into him on Sundays, and one day I took the key from the nurse, he pulled me to the side. He was like, make sure you do rounds before you take those keys. Don't watch nobody's face. Don't care if anybody's upset. Don't care if anybody want to run out of work or whatever the case may be. Protect your license. Protect yourself. Protect it. So if that nurse is coming up on me and she's trying to give me a report and I'm not fully cohesive in, here at the moment because I'm still taking off my coat, I'm still looking for a pen, you know what I mean? I'm trying to turn off work. I'm trying to turn off the outside so I could come on the inside. Sometimes they say leave your garbage at the door. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Everybody comes into work and understands the vibe. Like give yourself a minute to just get acclimated to the environment. You already coming down, ma'am. Relax. Give me a second. And then I probably have like 2% of people that's actually following me that's actually a nurse here up on my subscriber list. And I'm pretty sure you understand the vibes, and anybody that's at work, as soon as you get to the door, somebody's already yapping at you like, come on, cool out, relax yourself, fall back. You know what I'm saying? So I think I have almost 600 subscribers. No, I'm bugging. 559 I have at this moment. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know really where this channel is going to be going. I want to talk about something. I don't know if it's going to be nursing because I really don't have nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say about nursing besides make sure you find a school that you like. Make sure you You make your schedule the way you need to make your schedule so it can accommodate school, study in the morning, study at night, study while you at work, study while you sleeping, just study. You know what I'm saying? And make sure this is something that you actually want to do. Too many people get into this career thinking like money, 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 money. I'll tell you something. The money is there. The money is addictive. And when you're trying to pull away, you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to pull away? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Because the money's starting to dwindle, because those are numbers that you haven't seen before, because you've been exhausting yourself and working doubles behind doubles behind doubles. I heard somebody tell me that, oh, this lady used to work 5 doubles a week. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? That's crazy work to me. Why would you burn yourself out for a job? But there's some people that's like that. I ain't her. I am not her. When God gives me the signal to chill, which was about, I think it was about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, that I will be dwindling off of this career, off of this job, because it taught me what it needed to teach me. I have a mother wound. I have PCOS. I have trauma. And this job taught me how to like really slow down. It taught me how to be loving. It taught me how to be more caring, compassionate. It taught me that life is precious. So now I'm at a point where I'm just like, I gotta let this go, And to be honest with you, 2026, do I think anybody should become an LPN? You become an LPN, if you want to. Just make sure your heart is in it. Like, just make sure your heart is really in it, because I see nursing as one of those careers as you coming in and being innovative, being somebody that sees a problem and be like, how can I fix it? How can I make a difference? How can I go down in history for making a change? How can I make life better for either the people that work here or the people that live here? How can I do something like that? Because you go from why do you want to be a nurse? Oh, I want to help people. And then as you go through it, you're like, how can you help people? Because I don't feel like I'm helping anybody by giving them Lipitor, metoprolol, carbamazepine, aspirin every day. And I feel like some of those medications is not even being digested the proper way. The route that it's going is not really being, if you open some of these patients' bellies, just pills upon pills upon pills. Okay. At one time I seen a patient throwing up and it was just crushed up pills. Like, it's not being digested the way it's supposed to be digested. And that's just something that it doesn't really sit well with me. So therefore it's like, I gotta pull back because there's other things that I need to focus on. There's other avenues that I need to go down, because in all actuality, this doesn't align with me anymore. I saw what I needed to see. No shade to anybody that's out there like, I'm a nurse. To me, I don't even like saying that. Like, I don't even like saying that, because in the Bible is that I am who I am. And to be honest with you, I don't like saying I'm a nurse. I feel like my uniform is a costume. I don't like saying it. And that's just my thought process. Not to sway anybody, but this is just my thought process and my platform. I'm just giving how I actually feel about, where my life is, my update, my journey and stuff like that. Because 5 years is a long time to know if you want to be with somebody or not. It's a long time. You know what I'm saying? In 5 years, I've been rocking as an LPN, and it's time to chuck up the deuces. You feel me? So I have written some stuff today. Let me look at it just in case I'm forgetting anything. Let me double check. Yeah, so I appreciate all of y'all. Yeah. I appreciate it 100%. It's like by my second year, I was feeling like it was time to hang it up. I became a nurse because my father suggested it when I was younger. I became a nurse tried through colleges and I didn't make it. And then once a vocational program came into my city, I went for it. And they called me bookworm because I would always be studying. I would come to school and sit down and study because I just like to understand how things work and happen and stuff like that. But I don't think nursing is really that platform for it. It's just basic care after a person gets sick or something like that. You know what I mean? Healthy people don't go to the nurse and, nursing home and stuff like that. So it's just after the care. I want to understand why certain things happen so we can prevent it. That's my focal point. But I needed to let go in order to see that and understand that. And this is what it's like when God comes into your life and be like, listen, we're gonna make some changes around here. We're gonna take down this curtain and put up this paint and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And you just be like, but I like this, I love this, I want this, this is easy. No. Nothing in life is easy. Nothing in life is easy. And you make the changes. So it's been a process for me, and guess what? We're gonna be making a lot of changes, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know where the journey of this channel is going to go, but guess what? This is what it is for now, and I'm just being honest. A lot of people are not ready to let go of the easy money, but for me, burnout and my mental not being utilized, I don't think that works. I'd rather use my mental than burn this out. I'd rather use my mental than burn this out. Okay? I didn't come here to be mediocre, one. And two, my mental is good. I just need to be pointed in the right direction. And sooner or later, we will be there. So thank you for listening to me rant about what it is for me in nursing at this moment. And thank you for commenting on my short. I got about 17,000 views on that, which is cool. That, that sometimes I have these little spurts and stuff like that. And thank you for all my subscribers as well. And just stay tuned. If I decide to shut it down, because I have other channels that I'm interested in as well. But other avenues that I'm interested in. That's that. So I'm not even going to force anything because I don't force it. And I said that to a patient the other day. I was like, I'm not going to be fighting with you because I don't know where she came from, but she was a Jamaican lady and she came to the job. She had a tube in her stomach. I had to give her the injection, but they was telling me how she suffered a stroke and she was able to tell somebody that she just had a stroke and all of this stuff and blah, 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 and this, that, and there. Listen, she scared me, right? Because her whole family was there that day, and I'm saying to her, I was like, I'm not gonna fight with you to give you your medication. And then her family members like, why are you fighting with her? And she gonna say, bright and bold, it depends on who's giving her the medication. So I said, oh, you see, she there, she's fully there. You know what I mean? She's in this place for what? I don't know, but she's fully there, and everybody around her is thinking that she's not there. And I told her straight, I said, I'm not gonna fight with you. So one day I gave her the medication and she roughing up my hand, she bending it and this and that third, and I was just like, listen, I'm not gonna fight with you. And I told her that. And whatever reason why they had this lady inside this nursing home, I'm telling you, the day that I came to work, the supervisors had to deal with her because I wasn't gonna go deal with her. I wasn't, because I felt like that was gonna be that moment that I get pushed over, to the point where I'm like, I'm really uncomfortable, but then I want to cock back because this lady's pushing me. You know what I mean? This I've never been pushed so hard ever in my 5-year career with a resident before, and I'm just like, this is a first, and I don't like how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fighting with my family, actually, because she was a Jamaican lady. My mother's Jamaican as well. And I feel like I'm fighting with my family, and I'm just like, I don't like this, right? So her whole family was there and everything like that. And one of her family members called me in to ask me about her medication. And I was just like, hi. And the lady told me that she was a nurse and she was asking me all these questions, and I was just looking at her like, you just told me you were a nurse, so why are you asking me these questions? Oh, when is she gonna get off of this, and why is she acting like this, and maybe it could be like this. And I'm looking at her like, she doesn't really take her medication, so therefore she's acting fluctuating because she doesn't want to take her medicine. And I'm not going to fight with her. I'm not. I don't come here to fight with nobody. And that's my number one rule. And now that I'm fighting with you, you got me uncomfortable in my career and job and stuff. Like, it's time for me to cut it. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting to that point where I'm just like, I want to fight. And I don't like that. This lady had my hand all twisted and contorted. And I was just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. You all there. There's no reason for you. If you don't want the medication, just say you don't want the medication. I'll leave you alone. I'm not fighting with nobody. No. I refused. And that was my point, like my understanding and my final straw, like, you know, feeling that emotion just really made me uncomfortable and made me say, you know what, it's time to hang it up. So thank you for my rant. Thank you for listening to my rant. I get a little excited sometimes, so therefore the words and it mixes up and dyslexic and shit like that. But it is what it is. I hope you understand, and I'll be back soon. Bye.